Why, hello there! Welcome to a random mountaintop on the Locals Minecraft server. We have a very fun episode planned for today. What we have planned for today, some shenanigans. That's the idea. Goat horn surprises, that's the idea. So basically, goat horns are really fun. They are also really loud, and you can hear them for miles and miles and miles, which is crazy. And so the goal for today is to surprise some people with goat horns. Now, it just so happens that BreezyBee is online right now. However, she's AFK. AFK, by the way, means away from keyboard. And the thing with AFK players is that they don't give very good reactions. They just basically give you a blank stare, and then they just stare at you and don't react at all. So that's not going to work, but we'll have to see what we can do. But here's the thing. We can't do any of that until we actually have some goat horns. So we're going to start with that later in the episode. We're going to get to expanding our Sugarcane Farm, as well as goats screaming in the background. But let's get to the fun. Now, unfortunately, this guy... okay, this guy has been screaming quite a bit. But unfortunately, he's not particularly helpful because he's a baby goat and he has no horns anyway. So we need to go ahead and try to find some goats that actually have some horns. So we are here in a random jagged peaks biome. Whoa, that's a lot of goats. Okay, you gotta get these guys to ram into you, and then before they hit you, get out of the way, and so then they hit a solid block. I'm curious, have you guys ever dealt with goats before? Let me know in the comments. I have never dealt with goats before. I have seen it done. That guy might be deciding to ram. Nope, he's deciding to jump. Okay. Hello there, goat. Do you feel like ramming? What if I stand still? Do you have to stand still? The goats also, they hit very hard when they hit, so that's not great for our health. Oh, there's two of them staring at me. Come on. You know you want to do it. You know you want to ram into me. Come on. Come on. And okay, come on. Hit the block and give me a goat horn, please. How does this work? How do you wrangle goats to make them cooperative? I don't think you have to hit them. I'll just stand here and wait and see what happens. Oh, hello. Hello, you're getting closer. Are you getting ready to walk around me? We're looking for, he's gonna put his head down, get ready to ram, and then come directly in my direction. Oh, he nodded. He almost put his head down. Oh, yes, we know you can jump. That's not very helpful. Oh, BreezyBee is not AFK anymore. But I don't have a goat horn yet. Doesn't help. Stop walking away! Be cooperative! Come on. Oh, he's getting ready to ram. Oh, that didn't work. Okay, apparently he doesn't hit as hard as I thought. I didn't jump out of the way fast enough. Also, I'm noticing a slight problem. Are they gonna die from the lava? That would not be very good. We want these goats. Let's go ahead and fix this here little dilemma. Problem solved. No, you're not supposed to be on top of the mountain. No, don't walk away when I'm talking to you. It's rude to walk away when somebody's talking to you. You're supposed to be right here. You're supposed to ram into this thing. I'm supposed to jump out of the way, which I didn't do last time. Oh, wait, he's lost a goat horn? Where did his horn go? Where did his horn go? That is a missed opportunity if we can't find it. But I guess we'll just ignore that and just keep... Come on, no, don't walk forward. That's not helpful. Goats are worse than villagers for being uncooperative. Perhaps you want to ram into me. Yes. Come this way. This is the way. Does it have to be a flat ground? I can make it a flat ground for you. Okay, you can go that way. Don't goats have a reputation for being stubborn or something? I don't know. While we're waiting for them, let's go ahead and get some coal. We can always use more coal. I see you have found my door. Okay, but that's not particularly helpful. Come on. And the thing is, the goats have to ram into a block that naturally occurs in their environment. It can't be a player-placed block. But here's the question. Can it be a player uncovered block? If I uncover the stone, because I don't know that snow counts as a solid block, will this make it possible for them to still lose their horns? It has to be an unmoving target, so I'm going to stand here, and they're all going to walk away. Never mind. Pretty sure this spot isn't going to work because there's not enough of a run-up. Oh, I didn't jump out of the way fast enough. Hello, sir. The thing is, Apparently the goats only try ramming every 30 to 300 seconds. So we could be here a while. Oh! Once again, too slow. They don't give you much warning. Oh! Oh, there's... How? Why? There's like no time to jump. That's the thing. Is it because the run-up is not big enough? Let's expand this, make it more space. I only have a 48 millisecond ping, so that shouldn't make that big a difference to it. But this does seem to be a good spot. There seem to be enough goats in this particular spot to make the chance of them actually jumping much better. The thing is, they'll decide to ram anything within a range of 4 to 16 blocks away, so we could potentially give these guys even more space. Oh! Oh! Okay, you know what? I guess their head... I'm waiting for their head to go all the way down, but I guess it doesn't go all the way down. Just part way. So, okay, this is promising. This is promising a lot of non-success, but it is promising. It is time to go sleep once again and continue trying this in the morning. Now, who decided to put my bed at the top of a tiny mountain peak? That's one of the most easiest places to get to, as you can tell. It's just so easy to get to. Now, at least one of these guys here is a screaming goat, and they give you different horns than the other ones. What? I jumped up that time. Okay, you know what? I think... And he hit me from up here. I think it is time to pull out the YouTubes and figure out how this works. I thought I already knew how it worked. What is going on here? Maybe I'm not going far enough back. Maybe that's the problem. Somehow... Maybe if I go into front view and then sprint forward, that might be easier. Or not, that just knocked me off the mountain. That's also a possibility. Whoa! Yeah, as I said, they'll just knock me off the mountain. That is definitely a possibility. I mean, there's no chance of that happening, right? That's totally out of the realm of question. Like, it's not even an option on the table that they would knock me off the mountain. Oh, iron! Well, thank you, Goat. You're actually helpful. Despite not giving me the horns, but still. Alright, so apparently there needs to be 4 blocks between the player and the goat, which means that it could happen here. But I think we need to increase the chances a little bit. Now, also, the goat can't hit a block placed by the player, but I suppose it can start charging from a block that was placed by the player. Whoop! You're supposed to come from the front, not the side. Yes, 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 yes! No! Too slow! But I think we got the idea. I think we just need to make this longer, and I hope I don't get rammed off of here while I'm trying to build it, because that looks like death down below. It also looks like pretty fluffy snow. Take your pick. Whoa, no, no, okay, you know what? They seem to like ramming from that side. Is there a way to... There's no block I can stand beside here. However, I could potentially extend this, and then I could stand in this corner here, and then see them coming from a ways away. Something's gotta work! Okay, now they have a bigger run-up from both sides. No, don't ram me from that side. Don't ram me from that side. No, no, no. Yes, go that way. No, no, no. Don't nudge me over. That's not helping. Now I have to get back in the spot, and then I will not count as a player who has not moved. Well, he seems to like the platform at least. Okay, that was not enough runway. Now they target up to 16 blocks away, so let's see. We got here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, please don't knock me off. 15, definitely don't knock me off. 16, I shall be dead if you knock me off. Okay, we're good. Oh, we got one! We got one, we got one, we got one. Where to go, where to go, where to go, where to go? The triumph of victory! Excellent, that's one of the best ones. All right, so we finally have one. So I think we got the technique down. All right, let's see if we can get a second one. Because success! Now, an interesting fact about goats is apparently one goat will give you both his horns will be the same variety. So if we get that same goat to do the thing, then we'll be able to have an extra horn to give away, which is going to be very nice. Whoa, no, 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 not that way. That is the wrong way. That is certain death over there. But sadly, goats don't speak English, so there's no way of telling them that. Oh, we got a second one. Okay, we got a second one. What is it? What does this one do? A startup sound. Oh, did we get another one? Did we get a... Yes, 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 it's there somewhere. Oh, it's in our inventory already. Aha! It's a second. Aha! Ha 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 ha! Oh, we just got a third kind. That sounds ominous. And so, after an hour of trying to get goat horns, I got a grand total of 4. So, that's not very efficient. We're going to have to rethink our strategy. Let's take a bit of a break from that, though, and get back to a project that I've been putting off for far too long. Basically what this is, if you guys remember, this is our sugarcane farm, or at least this is our very, very slow sugarcane farm. I talked about this in episode 1. I'm going to go ahead and expand it and then explain to you guys what's up with the new version, because I came up with a new design for it based on slime blocks, now that we have a slime farm, which is excellent. And, well, I'll explain it in a minute. Let's go! Now this is more like it. I've only been running this farm for probably less than 2 hours actually, and that is fast. We also have the other chest up higher to have extra stuff. This is going to be great because what this means, number 1, we can now restock our shop, and number 2, we actually have a lot more sugarcane that we can use for other projects, like the fact that the slime farm that we just built made it fairly easy to make this gigantic sugarcane farm by making use of the slime. So now we have very, very fast sugarcane, so we can make use of that as well, which is going to be excellent. Now, I'm sure you guys are wondering, how does it work? And also, why is the old sugarcane farm still there? Excellent questions. Let's just go into free cam mode quickly to take a look at this. It works on the same principle, except instead of using pistons every time, which is a bit expensive, we use slime blocks, and you have a single piston pushing a row of slime blocks, and it also pushes this cobblestone here as well to mow down the sugarcane. Now, the reason this old farm is still here is simply due to the fact that the observers that detect if the sugarcane has grown. I tried making a slime block based design with observers in it, and it was getting really complicated because the slime blocks kept pushing the observers as well, and then when they'd retract, it would like double fire the pistons, and then it would just get to be a pretty big mess in terms of the redstone circuitry and all that. So I realized, wait a second, I have a fully functional farm up here. 4 observers. That one actually doesn't observe anything in the middle there. So basically this is built as an extension onto that, sort of like when you plug a peripheral into your computer or something. It's just kind of like a plug-in extension, and that's basically literally all it does. You take this here, the redstone signal coming out of the observers, there's one on both sides so that we get both ends of the signal, depending which observer is firing, and it will come down here, goes into this is a pulse extender circuit so that these pistons work correctly and don't leave the blocks behind like they were having a tendency to. As you can see, I've also moved the whole farm over compared to that one, simply due to the fact that it needs to fit beside this creeper farm. And so basically what happens, it takes an average of 18 minutes for one layer of sugarcane to grow, and then, of course, 18 more minutes for it to grow the second layer. That 18 more minutes is roughly 1 hour. So basically what happens, it takes an average of 18 minutes for one layer of sugarcane to grow, and then, of course, 18 more minutes for it to grow the second layer. That 18 more minutes is roughly 1 hour. So basically what happens, it takes an average of 18 minutes for one layer of sugarcane to grow, and then, of course, 18 more minutes for it to grow the second layer. That by that time, probably a lot of these will have grown as well. So as soon as this top layer goes, it will fire all of these rows down here to collect anything that is still down here. I'm using a barrel there because it doesn't move with the slime blocks. If both these sections were connected, it wouldn't be able to move because a piston can't move more than a certain number of slime blocks. The slime block, when it goes forward, will not stick to the barrel and it will keep working. And there's not much more to say here except that if you're building this farm for yourself, number one, it has to have a second layer of slime here. I found without that, it would, for some reason, the sugarcane would land on top of the slime blocks, and then it just wouldn't wind up in the water stream. So you need 2 layers. You also need the wall here, or else the sugarcane will just go flying off into the distance. And then basically we just have it down here coming into the middle, and both halves are basically separate with the redstone connecting them in the middle. And basically there's a giant shaft going down here. Once you get down to here, this is when the 2 layers connect. We're at the bottom here, and this water, it's okay, this camera's a little hard to control. Basically it'll go through here and get all collected. Everything from this entire farm gets collected into this one collection system down here. Now, you may be saying, why is there still a collection system for this top one? It would be fairly easy to just, this is where the water stream is, just to take this one and send it down the tube into the lower farm, but I just didn't bother changing it, so we now have 2 collection systems, which is excellent. Alrighty then, so we have finally got this thing fixed that we've been meaning to do for a few episodes. Now that we've had a little break, let's get back to the task at hand, which is trying to get more goat horns. A whole lot easier. But before we go back to that, I just noticed a problem. This actually, what we saw in the chest down there was not actually the farm running at full speed, because I neglected to realize when I set this circuit up, if we go into free cam, if a signal comes from that observer and comes through that cable, then it works fine. But if a signal comes through this cable, then there's actually extra length in the wire that I didn't realize. Basically, long story short, this entire lower section of the farm was not firing, so I just need to simply... There. Now, this entire lower section of the farm will fire for all those observers. So that's actually really impressive. A farm that is half running half the time, getting that much sugarcane, that's a pretty good deal. Anyway, back to the goats. It would seem that we need a change of strategy. Yeah, so after an hour of trying to get goat horns, this is what we have to show for it. There's many, many more types of horns that we don't even have, and the 4 horns in an hour, that's not a very good average rate. So, let's change up our strategy. It is time to build a goat horn farm, because apparently such a thing can exist. Now we have a problem though. Some of the types of horns you can only get from regular goats. Others of the types of horns you can only get from screaming goats, and it just so happens that this guy is not a screaming goat. You may be saying, but I heard a screaming goat earlier in the video. Yeah, well, unfortunately this is a few days later, and I had a creeper blow up one of the goats, and I don't know if that was the one or whatever, but I haven't heard a screaming goat in quite some time. You say, why is that a problem? Because if you have a screaming goat, and you breed it with a normal goat, you have a 50% chance of getting another screaming goat. Screaming gives you a 100% chance. However, if you have regular goats, you only have about a 2% chance to get a screaming goat. So that's not going to be ideal. It might be a while before we can get those other types of horns. So, yeah. Also, apparently the whole block placed by a player thing, the wiki, is very confusing in that regard. It apparently doesn't have to be actually not placed by the player. It just has to be the type of block that would naturally occur in the goat's environment, except for snow and things like... Hello, llama in my face. Excuse me, sir. I'm trying to explain an explanation, and you're rudely interrupting. Anyway, the goats seem to like ramming from over there to over here, so I think that's the direction I'm going to build this farm. And let's go ahead and build this, and then take a look at what is all happening with it afterwards. Let's go! Now this... Whoop! Hello! Now this is more like it. This is just the last time I walked in, during the time of building the last finishing touches on this whole situation. I've gotten a whole lot more goat horns. That is what we like to see, and I am about to die due to goats, so it's time to get out of here. In the process of figuring all this out, I did a little bit of exploring, and I found another screaming goat, which is excellent. Now, unfortunately, I only found one singular screaming goat. One of these guys who is tied up here is a screaming goat. I'm not sure which one, but here's the easy way to tell. If you grab a bucket, because screaming goats have a different sound than other goats. So, if you take this bucket, and you go ahead and let's milk... Hello? I thought there was a fourth goat over here. Oh wait, he's back here. Goats, you guys are confusing me. I'm losing track of you guys. Okay, stop running away. So, let's take a goat. This guy is wandering off by himself. That is a normal goat. Also, screaming goats tend to headbutt a lot more. So, you can kind of tell there's a bit of a screaming sound. So that was just sounded like a bucket. I'm just drinking it so just that I can clear the bucket. Let's try this guy. Yep, that's a normal goat. And then here, that's a normal goat. And then this guy. Yep, you heard a bit of a... hello. Heard a bit of a different sound. Every time I milk the goat. You can look it up on the wiki, by the way, to see the different types of sounds. But there's a bit of a mild goat scream along with it. So you can tell the other guys... So what I'm probably going to do with these guys is just move them over into the pen on the other side and just keep the screaming goat. I'm just waiting for a second screaming goat. I'm going to work on breeding these guys up and work on getting goat horns. This, by the way, is designed by iCraftMC, link in the description. As you saw in the time-lapse, I actually built the farm incorrectly the first time. I thought I could save materials, but apparently not. So I fixed it. And here is what we've got to show for it. This is from the normal goats. These are all ponder. These are all sing. This is all seek. That's the name of the horn sound. This is admire call. These are from the screaming goats over there. But basically how this farm works is basically you go in here, the goats... Oh, there's actually a horn waiting for us on the ground. Okay. Is there just one this time? Yeah, okay, this is another sing. As you can see, most of these goats have lost their horns at this point, because it's been quite a while that this has been running. So basically what you can do at that point is just cull the herd and, use them to breed for new goats, and then cull the ones that don't have horns anymore. But basically what happens, apparently they have pushed all the armor stands into the corner, but basically this was lined with armor stands along the way, and the goat basically sees the armor stand as if it were a player, and so they'll try to charge into the armor stands and they'll smash into the stone and lose their horns. Very, very simple concept, but it works surprisingly well, as you can see. Ouch! Okay, I'm losing a lot of health very fast. What I had built incorrectly is basically if the pen is not wide enough, then the goats will basically ram into each other instead of ramming into the stone, and so then they won't lose any of their horns. You need to make it wide enough. Now, interestingly, if we go over to the screaming goat side, I decided I wouldn't bother expanding the pen on this side for now. Basically, if I just stand here, they seem to be pretty good at... I don't know why. Maybe a player is a little different than an armor stand somehow. They seem to target me a lot better. As you can see, they just lost like 3 horns in a row. That's a lot of new goat horns. Now, I might want to expand the pen at some point, because if the issue is overcrowding in the pen, as we start to get more goats in here, that might become an issue. For now, what we would have to do is, as you can see, we have very few screaming goat horns in here. So what I might have to do for now is to basically charge a premium in the shop for rare goat horns. But basically there's 4 types of horns you can get from normal goats and 4 types from screaming goats. So that's one idea, is to call these the common horns and then these the rare horns. We'll have to see when we actually go to expand the shop at some point. That's the idea. I also, by the way, tried to do a little bit with the design of this place in terms of making it look, you know, like fancy and stuff, which as a skill that I do not have currently, so let me know what you guys think of it. But it sort of hopefully looks somewhat good. Anyway, I'm going to spend a little bit of time here with the screaming goats and try to get some more types of horns, but that is that, and I think we are ready for some shenanigans with goat horns. Okay, good news. MyLittleGaming are both online right now, and those cows are very loud. Now, here's the thing. I have to let them know that I'm coming, so that they can actually be recording, but they don't have to know when or where I'm coming, so they're going to be probably expecting me through the nether portal. So I am going to go over land. I did a little bit of scouting and found out where their base is. So I'm going to go up to them, surprise them with the goat horn. They'll never see me coming, and they won't know why I'm coming either, what the surprise is. So you guys at your base right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're here just minding our own bees nests.
All right.
Did you hear the horn, my dear?
Wait, is there a horn?
Yeah.
Oh, I turned down sounds. Oh, okay, hang on. Oops. When you accidentally try to turn up sounds and instead leave the server, very relatable. Okay, hang on. How do I turn them back on?
Player sounds, probably.
Turn up hostile creatures, friendly critters, maybe? I'll just turn them all up and hope for the best. Oh, I hear it. It was over here.
Oh, I think I saw him.
Oh, did you see it? Oh, but then I heard it. I heard it over here.
Is he in our cornfield?
This is a legendary entrance. Oh, it's so close. Oh my goodness. I hear it. So, you know, his skin is green, so he's probably just blending into the terrain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is.
Oh. So.
Coming to the courtyard.
Okay, I'm coming.
Over here.
Oh, this way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
A wild pine approaches.
Greetings.
That was a legendary entrance.
I figured if I came through the nether portal, you'd see me coming, so I came over land.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that's okay. We knew there was a journey, but we weren't sure why. But now we know.
But you guys don't give very good reactions without sounds on. That's a little detail.
Jared had his on, so I was able to get mine up.
Yep.
We're good. That's like one of the best horn sounds.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it really is.
You got one of the best ones, I think, in my opinion. I know
Nice.
there's a few of them, but
It's
yeah, nice score.
I think it's one of the most commons. Do you have a ender chest somewhere?
Do we have the stuff to make one?
I have a spare if you don't have one.
Okay, I think we might need a spare because I'm not entirely sure we have made one yet. I was thinking we should
All right.
Enough obsidian to make one.
There you go. There's a gift of an ender chest.
Wow. Whoa. Here, I'll plunk it down right there.
And here, you
Who's
can
made
have
for that
this.
spot?
I have loads of those ponder horns now.
My. Whoa.
Also,
So fancy.
that's
Ooh,
another one.
That was a sound.
I got all
That was a sound right there.
all the
You gotta
screaming
hear it.
goats together.
That's like me learning how to do this. Oh man, that sounds like that. Like when you're watching a movie and the beginning, and there was that one, like, I forget what the name of the company was, but they would have that intro.
Yeah, I think
I
it
don't know,
was
something
that
like next.
PlayStation?
Oh, I'm not sure. It was like a movie, like the front of the movies. I don't know.
Okay.
It's like
I got a bunch of
something
I got all the
X.
types if you guys want to try them.
Whoa.
Planning to
Sounds
add them
exciting.
into the shop.
That reminds me of my dad. He makes everything into a horn. He was a trumpet player, and that's like him blowing on something. Oh, that one was fun.
It's possible I may have just pranked myself by giving you guys horns, but
Yeah,
we'll have to see.
I don't know. I'm kind of seeing that come back around, but I don't know.
It's possible. And that would be mission accomplished. We had a lot of fun. We hung out for probably about an hour, explored their base, and found what they've been up to, found some shenanigans that they've been up to with regards to my shop. So that was a lot of fun. And just generally had a lot of fun. But sadly, we're out of time for today, so that will have to wait till next episode. Speaking of next episode, the plan is we're going to finally get to expanding our shop, which actually, it's been so long since we've expanded it, we're probably going to actually at least double the number of items that we're selling in the shop, including from the Sugarcane Farm we just built earlier, and goat horns, etc., etc. So we're probably going to have to rebuild the sailboat as some kind of a bigger sailboat, or a ship of some kind, and also check out those shenanigans that MyLittleGaming's been up to. That's the plan, at least. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But for now, thank you guys very much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next episode!